Now, it seems as if God is playing tricks on us in Nigeria. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is still waiting for God to tell him to run for president. In fact, he is trying to find God and know what is holding God up. You know what I mean? Look at him. Yeah, I know. The speech is already written. The campaign vehicles are already out there painted. Wait a minute. I'm being told that there is.
With utmost humility, formally declaring my intention to run for the office of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Meanwhile, Dino is hearing from God directly, and Adeboye is waiting for God. God is telling Dino that Atiku Abubakar is going to be the next president of Nigeria. Look at the headline. and I know some of you are wondering why. Well, it happens that Atiku left some things in Aso Rock when he left in 2007. He needs to go back and reclaim those things. The Nigerian political landscape is a fast-moving one. The other day, Buhari, a man who used to sit down like everyone else in the mosque on the floor and pray, started sitting on a chair. Look at him. At least, you have to give it to him. You give him the credit. It took him 6 years as president before his health got so bad that if he sat on the floor, Tito, he finished. Perry, he won't be able to get up. Or if he gets up, he will need a woman to rub a labukun or dengue, bam, on his back at night. Unfortunately, Aisha, the wife, is not home to do that. And the acting second wife has been banned from sleeping over in Aso Rock. Oops, did I say that loud? Sasha, you have to vet all these things people write and give me to say. You have to do that. Anyway, Bola Tinubu, the man who is to, the heir apparent, I think that's what they're calling him now, the president in waiting, is already sitting down on a chair in the mosque. He can't sit on the floor. And he has not even become president. By the time he spends 6 years as president, we probably will need a wheelbarrow to push him, prop him up, to go to the mosque and pray. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Anyway, the only candidate that did not just announce that he's running for president, but he was bold enough to name his running mate is the great Yaya Bello. Take a look at the multitude that came out at the event.
The Eagle Square, Abuja, is packed with party faithful and supporters who have come to identify with the Kogi State Governor as he declares for the...
Are you not impressed? At first, I said, other than Femi Fani-Kayode, who came for the food and the drinks that were served there, others were big-time supporters,
The governor, in his declaration speech, promised to run Nigeria on what he described.
Then I saw this poster, and initially I thought that was April Fool. Look at it. What came out of my mouth was the same last word that Jesus said. It is finished. It is finished. If these two, if you give them the country to run, it is finished. Everybody will close the door, turn off the light. Oh, we don't have light anyway. What do? Just take your passport and leave. That's all. Go to Ukraine. You are better off. Kafune diotwa. If you think Buhari and Osinbajo are this terrible, just imagine Yaya Bello and Femi Fani-Kayode. Kafune diotwa fune. I got the idea. All right, welcome back to another edition of Have Your Say 247. This is when we give you the opportunity to have your say on any topic concerning Nigeria. Today is the first episode of our show since Easter, and we want to welcome all of you who have been waiting, and I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying, when are we going to come back? And we're back. And a week in Nigerian politics is really a long time. when we left off before Easter, we basically had an idea who the candidates are and where they are going. But 1 week after, we now know that the Joker is I've seen jokers being thrown out there in the conversation. One of them is our own Chukwu Jonathan, the former president. He came out yesterday to let people know that don't count me out. I'm still part of the calculation. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday when Goodluck Jonathan came out. Protesters went to his office and they wanted to hear from him, and he came out and addressed them. Let me see if we have that video. All right, let's see. Wow, isn't that amazing? Just imagine this. Buhari spent years trying to convince us that he needed to remove Jonathan because Jonathan was bad. And here we are, almost 8 years after. People are begging Jonathan to come back and help us, come back and save us. So it's interesting. And today, I think it's today happening today. I've been trying to call people like someone like Omoyole Show, right? The wife of the president. Nothing. Nigeria is a wonderful country. The wife of the president invited presidential candidates to come to Aso Rock and have dinner. All right, this is not my show. This is a show, so I want to give it back to you. If you want to join us, the link is I'll share the link again. It's all over social media. Join us and let's have this conversation. So I know that I have my number one man, Dimeji. Dimeji joined us, but I can't see him on camera. So Dimeji, turn on your camera if you want to join us. Also joining us is someone named Jonathan. Jonathan, hi. Okay. Dimeji, how are you?
I'm fine, my honorable.
Okay, good. Dimeji, you are. I don't know where you live now anymore. It's been a while. I saw you. Where are you?
Yeah, I'm in New York. I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, Brooklyn, New York. Okay. All right. Good to have you. Jonathan, welcome to the show. Jonathan, can you hear me? All right, we'll get Jonathan out when he's ready to join. We will talk to him. So Dimeji, your audio is off. Unmute yourself. All right, hold on. So Dimeji, tell me what are you hearing? I know you are connected to the big people in the political arena.
Okay.
What's going on from your own end of the world?
Yeah, pretty much. I think the murky waters of politics in Nigeria is very it's actually very dirty right now. There's a lot of politicking going on around the APC, especially the candidates, some of the special candidates that came out already, and some pretenders are still out there, like you just earlier mentioned, because it double dose for probably Jonathan, which whereby they are predicting that it's going to defect to APC and also join the presidential race on the APC platform. And then also, as you know, Ajumobi also is warming up to announce some of his candidate is hard throwing out his heart into the race. And pretty much a lot of things are happening, like you rightly mentioned. Something happened yesterday that whereby the vice president, we all saw that he went to Olubadan Palace, the new Olubadan Palace. You saw the very wonderful gift that he gave all the delegates, to the APC delegate. The pictures are out there. I don't need to emphasize it.
Yes. We saw that. The vice president has joined them. Effectively.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Good. So you think Jonathan will run?
Well, those are some of the permutations that are out there in terms of like what they are thinking, because pretty much the information that they don't clearly want Tinubu to succeed Buhari. There are clear signs out there, and one of the favorites that they are putting forward is Osinbajo, which is the Buhari camp are putting out Osinbajo as a successor, because some of the things that they have done in the past, and they will be able to continue. They want somebody they can control, somebody they can put in charge, that okay, you know what, this is what we've done, we want you to continue on this, and also not to somebody that cannot expose some of their all the deals that they've done so far in this government. Every government have their own shady deals, what they have done so far in terms of activities, some of the things that are shady, especially from the Attorney General's office up onto the finance minister and humanitarian office. So there's a lot of it, to up to the transmission sector in terms of Amici, some of it. So there's a lot of things out there. But my strong feeling in terms of what I've been getting is that Buhari was the one that actually that actually gave the nod to the vice president to contest, to put this out into race. And also is backed up by some of the military generals, and also the international community. So those are the assurances that the vice president got, before he threw his out of the race, because he thought so much about the betrayal aspect of it, that, oh, am I going to betray my benefactor? So those are the things that he put into factor. And when he got the nod of the president, that yes, I'm comfortable with you, you can succeed me. We have never had many arguments, we have never had serious issues to kind of derail our government, and you've been a loyal servant so far. Yeah, I'm willing to throw my heart into the race. So that's why when they had this networking committee meeting 2 days ago, the APC NEC meeting, Buhari kind of like, it felt like the best method to kind of, implement some of his strategy is to go by the delegates count, because they'll be able to dictate to them. Because if they do a direct primaries, they won't be able to really control the population, because the crowd, the people that are voting. So, but in terms of delegates, these are indirect primaries that they'll be able to tell each state, the governors, I want this. This is what I want. This is what I'm throwing my heart and support with. Especially the northern hegemony. They're actually against. So don't be fooled with all what the noises that you're getting from the brand, like, oh, the northerners are supporting Tinubu. These are all just faint reaction. They has benefited a lot of them, but they are protecting their northern hegemony in terms of that. Who can they put? They want to be out of power and be able to control power. And that's what the Northerners are trying to do. And in this aspect, that's what they're trying to do. And so they want somebody they'll be able to talk to, they'll be able to control. And that's actually what's out there. And I mean, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of permutation. While they are doing that, Tinubu is also planning his own thing, trying to, gather people. Yeah, as of yesterday, the APC woman leader, they went to him to kind of give their support. The Senate Majority Leader also threw his out. Threw his out in support of him, and some of the governors. And I'm sure things will change. It's still, like you rightly mentioned, in politics. One day is a long day in politics in Nigeria. Things can change. A lot of things will change, and a lot of things will still change. So we can never tell. We can't rule out if the APC national leader is still going to be considered highly favored. But as far as I'm concerned, for now, is out of the race in terms of who the people that determine who's going to succeed the presidential election. So that's just the word out there. Thank you.
All right. Dimeji, thank you so much. Let me announce we have the studio already. There's no space left in the studio. I noticed that some people just want to watch and they come into the studio to watch. So let me just announce that if you want to just watch, go on Facebook or you go on YouTube or on Twitter to watch. Let's leave the studio for people who want to participate. And if you want to participate, turn on your camera so that we can put you on. There are a lot of people here, but their cameras are off. That's blocking people who want to participate. Okay, Dimeji, you are off. So if you're talking to us, we can hear you. All right, let me
Yeah.
bring in. Okay.
Hey, yeah. Do you need me for anything?
No. You can stay there. I'm bringing
All
in
right.
some other people. Ovier.
I don't want the noise, my background noise to interfere.
Okay,
That's why
then
I'm
mute
waiting.
yourself. Mute yourself.
All right.
I'll get you. I'll get you in. Ovier, welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Yeah, hi. Nice to see
Good
you.
afternoon, wherever you are.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. The last time we spoke, the political landscape is totally different from what it is today.
Yes.
What is your take on the new developments?
Well, a lot happened. I mean, 100 million for form for APC. The last time we spoke, did what was his name? Oshibanjo join the race yet at that time?
I don't think so. I think it happened the day after. That was the day after. Yeah. So
Yeah, well, I should rightly put it. It's the politics have started. Well, that started, the campaign has started, I should say, since I heading up. Yes, you can see the boys are gradually fading off the campaign train, and people are kind of outraged over 100 million for APC form. And I was like, before you complain, do you belong to any of those parties? And if it's yes, what is your monthly contribution or weekly contribution? So that such a thing will not happen again. Because one thing people do not understand is that the system of government we are practicing a democratic system whereby the political party are private business operating in a public venture, I should say, or public space, but they are owned by individuals. If I have to go directly like that, and if it's a private business whereby we expect a member of those, quote unquote, that a member of those political parties to contribute so that the party can able to carry out this affair effectively and not doing their own part. They have to find a way to raise money. And if selling a form at such a price that people are ridiculous is the only way, I mean, so be it. Or else we are giving a larger window for private donors to come and take over, even though we can't stop them as things are set up right now. But I don't see anything wrong with 100 million as a presidential ticket, not just because of the office, but to run the party effectively, you need billions of naira, whether you like it or not.
So hold on, Ovier. Are you saying you don't see anything wrong? So you're okay with one man writing a check of 100 million
Well,
to give a presidential candidate? What is he going to get in return? Are you worried about that?
Well, that we can't stop. As I said, since we are not contributing, we cannot stop it. Whether you like it or not, people will donate this money. Now, it is not in my place to say, oh, how did he get this money? How, is he doing the right thing or the right way? That's not in my place. That's where the police, the EFCC, and others coming. So whether we like it or not, people will bring out this money. We only know that, okay, it's a single man who announced it. What about the other ones that were so? That's how the game is played. That's how it's set up. It's beyond us. That's why when people keep saying that your votes don't count, that's exactly what it means, because the most important vote is what they are preparing for, which is the primaries, and we are not invited. We are not part of it.
Exactly. I want to talk about that, but let's introduce someone that joined us. Bolaji, welcome to the show. Tell us where you're joining us from, and we want to hear your view.
Let me say good morning, my fellow Nigerians. Like they used to tell us in those days when they took over the government. I'm joining from Los Angeles,
Okay.
not Hollywood, to be precise.
Okay.
First, like my brother said, if I have to pick it from there, 100 million is not too much. They are just being transparent to us. First, when I read some of the reason why they said that, they said once most of them get to the office, they don't contribute to the party. That's how you can allow party to function, unless you want somebody like money bags, like the way Wike is financing PDP, if that's the way you want to go. But having said that, I think some of us we are yearning for a better Nigeria. We need to actually stop allowing politicians to dictate the topic that we're going to discuss more Because if you look at it, whatever they do is what we react to. And to give these people credit, people like Obasanjo, Tinubu, Fayemi, and the likes, it was during military government that those guys actually, like they said, they put their feet down and they said things needs to change. I think the situation of things right now, I mean that we are formidable enough. This is the best time for Third Force to actually outsit these two guys. The APC primary is not going to go well.
What do you mean by that? It's not going to go well.
If you look at it, let me say in local parlance, there's something they normally say in Yoruba land, like if you have 2 rams and you don't want to be the one to, like, you don't want to like engage anyone, 3 rams and you don't want to engage 3 of them, but you want like 2 of them, like you want them, like you just want one, but you want them to like eliminate each other. Just put a small pot down and put food inside it for them. 3 of them will rush there to actually take it, right? Mm-hmm. And from there, they will set into fighting because they'll start knocking each other. If I to get the tickets tomorrow, I don't think Tinubu will support him. He's going to lose Southwest. Is that?
If who gets the ticket?
If Amechi.
Yeah.
Amechi or Amechi.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's able to get
Rotimi for short.
Rotimi, yeah. If he's able to get the tickets, let me start from there.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to get support of Tinubu? No, right?
Okay.
If Osinbajo got it, I don't think Amechi or Rotimi, whatever you call him, is going to support, and he's not going to get Tinubu, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same thing with Tinubu.
You mean if Tinubu gets it that Amechi and
I don't think he's going to get the support of the
Amechi and the vice president,
South and Southeast. Since Tinubu has started like he's going around like consultation or whatever they call it, but to me that's not consultation. You're just like telling people for them to know that I want to do this one.
Okay.
Have you seen him in Southeast?
Okay.
Have you seen him in South?
Yeah. Okay, but we'll come back to that. We will look at the dynamics of the primary.
So can I come into that? 100 million ransom. If I
okay.
I think I totally disagree with the positions of APC or the huge amount of money that they are paying for their forms. That's not the way to run party. That's not the way to encourage participation at the level of the presidential race, because they are trying to commercialize the election. So it should not be that much expensive if we compare it to some of the saner society in terms of how they operate in that aspect. So I think it's a bit high. It's a bit more. So if you're saying there should not be a limit to the money that they charge for president next year, should we put it at 200? Or the next time around, should we put it at 200? And the subsequent election period, should we put 500 million? There won't be, or maybe 1 billion naira. When are we going to get there? So there should be moderation because we are commercializing this thing. It will not. First, that's number one. Number two, when people pay such an amount of money, you're already putting them at a disadvantage because number one, the money they've spent, you make it a do or die affair that okay, I'm spending so much amount of money, apart from the money for nomination, for whether if it's contributed by their supporters or by they'll be competing daily that, you know what, this is the do or die election. I must win this. If I don't win it, I'll disrupt it. I'll make any whatever that I'll make to make the environment not conducive for any eventual nominee. So I think in that way, is number one is commercializing our politics. Number two is not probing for the genuine contestant to come into the race. There should be a credible process in filtering out some of the noisemaker people that are not coming to the race for. There should be they should have a debate of ideas, and then they can switch out the shaft and take them out. So But in terms of the money, that's not the
Dimeji, thank you. We have a new person that joined us. I want to hear from him, Prince Nick. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages, and I'm happy to be part of this group.
Nick is joining us from Houston, is it?
Houston, Texas, yes. Sugarland, Texas, actually.
All right. Okay, good. So, so Nick, what do you think? Are you following the upcoming election in Nigeria? What do you think is going on?
It's very. I've had everybody and their contributions so far. It's very disheartening to see what is going on in our country. And as far as the election goes, I think it's been, like they have rightly said, it's been very much commercialized, you know, and there has been, they have put in place some kind of cartel kind of policy whereby you have to have X amount of money to participate in Nigerian politics, which is a wrong way to go. What that does, it opens the window to all these corrupt politicians that have already amassed money at our expense and use the same money to continue to suppress the public opinion. And to me, what's going on in Nigeria right now is not democracy. So APC or PDP, whatever name they have, still have not made it possible for to have a plain level field whereby people can come in and participate and not have to worry about raising 100 million for presidential candidate or 50 million thereabout. So as far as that goes, that has to change.
Okay.
In terms of the candidates, it's unfortunate that the good ones may not get the ticket. People like Peter Obi, Osibanjo may not get the ticket. Unfortunately, I tend to agree with somebody that Amechi, as far as I'm concerned, is like the anointed son of Buhari, who probably in one way or the other, they may find a way to get him up there at the APC, considering the level of people and the group of people they've gotten involved in his campaign.
Who are these people that got involved in his campaign?
The chairman of APC, for one.
Why do you think that happened? Is it because he visited him?
Not because only that he visited him. This is a very corrupt guy that has no reason to even be a chairman of APC. The man has taken a lot of money, been corrupt, and EFCC still didn't get him. And here he is appointed by Buhari to head APC. Now he has to bring his own group of cabals to do Buhari's bidding. Ndume, I used to think has some credibility, but listening to his interview some time ago, it seemed like he has been put in place to manage Amechi's campaign, because he said Amechi's campaign is his baby.
Okay. Let's thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, that's his campaign director, Ali Ndume. So I mean, what do you expect him to say? But again, this notion that I mean, that's not what he's saying, that if the Yorubas, that's me, I'm talking about Tinubu and Oshibanjo did not get the ticket and it goes to Amechi, they will lose the Southwest. I don't think the most important thing is, can you win the 3 zones in the North? And is the presidency behind you? Because first of all, for you to even win the ticket from APC, you need to at least be on the president's side for one obvious reason. That side of the zone that the President Buhari came from, which is the south, which is the northwest, has the higher numbers of delegates.
Yes.
Out of 770 something, out of 7,700 something delegates, they have close to 2,000, about 190 something delegate. Then followed by the Southwest. And that's where I don't understand the politics the Southwest are playing, featuring 2 prominent people to which they don't even like. So they are going to split that delegate within that zone, which is about 1,500 to 1,600 delegates. Now, I'm not surprised that we are not even talking about the South, the Southeast, although somebody mentioned Peter Obi. already the game in that zone is already against them. Put together in terms of APC, they have about just nine or something delegates, which is twice below what the Northwest has. So
sorry to butt it. Peter Obi is not in APC. So
I wanted us to look at APC one first, and then we go to PDP so that we don't confuse the two.
If we look at
APC.
2002 during Obasanjo's time, if you look at what happened within that Southwest region, they didn't support him. But the North are largely behind him. That's exactly what is going to happen in terms of APC. Because from day one, I've been saying the Yoruba don't even have a space becoming president in 2023. I don't know why you're going about it. I don't even know why they decide to play that kind of politics, allowing somebody that they don't like to control the trajectory of that region entirely. So it doesn't. I don't think anybody who get APC should be worried about it. Should not be worried about Southwest that they are not going to vote for him. They don't really matter in as far as the presidency and the Northern are behind you, and that's the power Amechi is bringing him. If you look at the declaration, apart from the fact that you saw a presidential jet, one of the presidential fleets on the ground of his declaration, you saw the chief. You saw a chief of staff, that is the presidency chief of staff on the ground. You saw Oshomole, who is the fifth soldier of Tinubu when Tinubu started to destroy all his presumed opponent in 2023. Is on the ground. Actually, will make a statement. So that's to tell you the president. What's his name? Amechi has a presidency here. Is he the anointed son, the candidate to be? That I cannot say. But if we want to narrow it down to that Southwest, the Southwest must produce a president, which I believe is not going to happen. But if it must happen, he stands a better chance. Down from APC, Amechi stands a better chance as it is now. But I don't know.
Okay, Bolaji, let me come to you because we saw yesterday the vice president showed that if it comes to money, he can meet them, match them by giving delegates 250,000 naira, which I think is making change compared to what I think the Tinubu people will be like, is that it? That's it? Oh, so Bolaji, sorry. Take it from where
in terms of money, most of the APC frontrunners, I don't think they have the problem of the money. The problem all of them have right now is the problem of the delegates.
Yeah, but they are buying the delegates. You need money.
No, let's not say. Let me say this. There are a lot of permutations in there, and I would like to take us back into like the story of Peter Odili. If you look at it, I think that was 2007, build up to that PDP primary election. He appeared then to be like the front runner, but because of Obasanjo's influence and dominance there, he had picked Yar'Adua. And Yar'Adua wasn't in the race like maybe 2 months or a month to the election. Now, coming back to like insinuation that who is Buhari supporting? Any candidate that Buhari at the end of the day decide to support is going to have like advantage over other people. But this still another concern that Buhari is it's not somebody that is that technically sound to be able to assert his authority effectively.
But he achieved that in the chairmanship of the party.
No, let me tell you something. None of the candidates will want to fight him during that primaries because that's going to be like, you don't know what he's going to do. But leading to this one, it could happen if he's not very careful. The candidate that he's supporting may actually lose because some of these other guys, they are brilliant politicians that they actually know a lot of things more than him. Talking about Ali Ndume, I think anybody that has been following the Nigerian politics won't be surprised that Ali Ndume is not supporting anybody from the South. Ali Ndume couldn't become Senate president at the instance of Tinubu 2 times. So you could see the reason why he's against Tinubu. He's always going to support Amechi. And if you look at it beyond that, saying Osinbajo is the Buhari's candidate? I think it's too early to say. Saying Amiche is his candidate, maybe there are quite a lot of indications, but in politics, 30 days is just like 30 years.
Yes, yes, we
Things
can see.
change at any time.
We can see, and we haven't talked about the Jonathan factor, but let me go back.
They just want to use him as a pawn.
That's a distraction.
That's just
I just quickly, if I might contribute.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Doctor, you look alike, and I'm sorry that I used that one, but I think they just want to like play the homeboy.
Okay, all right, Dimeji.
Yeah, I just want to go back to Osinbajo. In politics, right? The only reason why Osinbajo would dare come into the race that he wants to vie for the presidency against his benefactor will be one factor, one very good factor, which is the president. If he doesn't have the president backings, right, from the sources that I get from inside Also Rock, is that Osinbajo is actually the favorite candidate. Because he did an extensive consultation before he even came out. Even the Tinubu camp were saying he will never come out because he will never dare it, because he will become a betrayer. For that fact not to be a betrayer, he will have been a higher power that is higher than Tinubu that is supporting him. And that gives the fact that it is Buhari. And Buhari, if you remember, in some of the interview that he granted, he said he has his own favorite candidate. He said it right. He has his own favorite, but he's going to hold it close to his chest. But because if he said that person, they will try and eliminate it. The elimination means it's ambiguous, right? Because we don't know whether he's going to be killed or he's going to be equated out of the race in terms of, and which is what I time it to be, that they will try to factor him out of the race in terms of the politics. Politically, they will try and eliminate him. So that's what they're trying to do. And the person that could likely will be Osinbajo, because they feel like his political naivety. He has never contested any election. He doesn't have any credibility. He doesn't have any election credibility. He has never been on any platform except that he was the vice president. It was just so those are the factors. So, and again, they said it will be a easy start for him because he has already been in the government. He's the leader of the economy, and one of the major problems that we have is the economy. He'll be able to lead in the front and not from the back of the president at this time. So those are the politics that are going on right there.
Let me come in. Let me come in here.
All right. Let's hear from Nick before we come back around.
Yeah. Let me say this. Osinbajo, as far as I'm concerned, is it's a little bit of playing a chess game here. Let me play devil's advocate. Devil's advocate I'm playing here is maybe in Tinubu's quarter, they have seen that he doesn't have the likelihood of succeeding in this election. So
you are very low now. We can't hear you.
Come close. We can't hear you.
I said in Tinubu's quarters, they may see Tinubu as not having the ability to succeed in going forward with in capturing the presidency. So some people may have done the permutation of, okay, if Tinubu can make it, let's find his surrogate somewhere, which Osinbajo could be a very good one at that point to be Tinubu's surrogate, because if Osinbajo captures the presidency, it's almost like Tinubu is still the president of Nigeria, because Osinbajo is Tinubu's boy. He has pardon?
Go ahead.
He has done everything Tinubu wanted when he was Attorney General in Lagos State, giving Tinubu everything he wanted. So him becoming the vice president didn't come out of the blues. It's also with Tinubu's blessing. So I think Tinubu is reading the tea leaves here, that with all these other people coming against him, not only from the rest of the region, from even his own Southwest, So my thinking is Osinbajo is there just in case Tinubu doesn't succeed. But I'm still very anxious to know how this thing turns out in the next couple of days.
All right. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of I see where his point is coming from. Being, I mean, you can't. There's no way you can separate the two of them. I keep saying that's one ticket. Tinubu and Osinbajo is one ticket. However, but again, one thing I would like to point out is that, other than what the point I just made, the other point is that, to me, I believe strongly is that it's the cabal who are within the presidency who don't like Tinubu. Now, if you go back to about 2 years back when the president was in London for about 4 months or so, during his illness, Osinbajo make one rookie mistake. Those who are not American will make one JJC mistake, as they say, by firing the man called Babacheri Lawal. If you look at Babacheri Lawal, is the highest Christian, Northern Christian, who is serving in the administration as at that time. And he's politically, he's very close to Tinubu. So he happened to be the likely person to would have run with, what's his name? Tinubu as a Christian Muslim ticket. But those cabal now, they push Osinbajo to make that JJC mistake by firing Babacheri Lawal. That's a great mistake that he didn't see, that they actually push him to spite his own boss now in terms of Tinubu. So taking Babacheri Lawal out reduce Bola Tinubu potential move in a way. And again, we should not forget, if what I'm painting is true, then you have to factor in the fact that Tinubu ascent to where he is today. I mean, coming from the region, from the state to regional level now to the national level, he betrayed a lot of people. One being Fashola, two being Aribishola, Kemi, and the rest. This man is not the one that nominated them for the ministerial position. And I'm not going to fault him for why he did that. He knows why he did that. It's not a newbie in this game. He knows why he did that. But again, those that make that move, that go behind him and bring this name out, also have an agenda. Because that's where his weakness, is right now. Tinubu actually stepping a lot of people that the public likes, the Yorubas like. That stand behind them. So that
Ambode is one of them.
Huh?
Ambode, he mentioned Ambode.
Exactly. So all those things give those behind Osinbajo power to say keep going. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't see. I'm interested to know how it's going to turn out at the end of the day, because I don't see them. I keep saying I put them in one basket, the Yorubas. So I don't see them being president come 2023. So the game is against them in every way. Tinubu has lost the control of the party, lost the control of everything. So the move, Osinbajo declaring is actually opened a lot of questions that will be answered as time goes on. So I think the cabal who don't like Tinubu are really, really behind pushing Osinbajo. And he's a rookie. They can say to me he has nothing to lose and all that, but he does have a lot to lose. If as the last speaker said, if the higher power, which is Buhari, is not behind him, that's disastrous. That's like what play out in the 70s or in the 60s, those who are alive, between Awolowo and what's his name, the other Yoruba guy. So that's exactly what we are seeing again. So
Awolowo and Akitola.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong. That it's not this cabal that actually pushing this game. But if that is the case, the game is going on well. It's like the Yorubas are kind of in a tight corner.
Okay, let's say
Doctor, sorry, I just wanted to point out something that many people have not mentioned about Amaechi. There's one very damaging audio out there that Amaechi was speaking against the government, against Buhari. And that's going to pay a factor, because they played that video, that audio recording down, and it's a factor against Amaechi in terms of loyalty to the president. That's why
it's interesting you said that. I heard something like that from another angle, that there's an audio video about the vice president regarding something of that nature, saying bad thing about Buhari and the president.
But that had not been that was not in the open.
Let me comment. That video.
Let me land my point.
Okay.
If you pay attention again to Sanusi, the great Sanusi, the former emir of Kano, who was, dethroned, and I think there's a very strong indication. One of the major reasons he was dethroned is that he made move to become vice president just in case the president didn't come back from London. So that if Simbajo becomes the president, he will become vice president. He made that move, and I think that is one of the greatest mistakes he made. And that, which is, I'm not saying it's the whole reason why they kick him out, but it's one of the indications that they made they kick him out. So just as time goes on, if those rumors are true about the audios, about as I say about Simbajo too, that is also, they say it's not in circulation yet, but it's in a very safe hand. They tend to play that. So
all right.
I hope
all right. Wait. Let's hear from Nick, and then we go to PDP, because we have to cover the whole parties that we have. Okay, Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, that I'm trying to go back to that video. That video has surfaced before. This is not the first time that video is surfacing. It has surfaced before.
Which video are you talking about? The Amechi audio.
The Amechi, yeah.
It's an audio, it's not a video.
It's an audio, yeah.
The audio that criticized Buhari, it has surfaced before. This is not the first time. It came about even when they appointed the Minister of Transportation.
All right.
So
I think the overriding factor is who is Buhari rooting for, and who is the people that we call the cabal, who are they supporting? And they are not, their interest is really people they can control, and people that can protect their secrets. So that's actually what is more important to them. It's not about what you say about Buhari. It's about, can they control this person? Can he protect things that they did? Okay,
and what he has done for them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because they have benefited from Amechi more than they have benefited from any other group.
All right.
From south or southeast.
All right. I think Sam joined us. I wanted to hear from him, but he's on the phone. So let's get him out, and let's go to the PDP. PDP, we have candidates, so many candidates. We don't even know where the PDP is going. So we don't. At least we have an idea that APC, they are going towards the south. But PDP, we don't know where they're going. Whether they're going south or not, they are leaving it open. But it's also a strategy. It's a good strategy, I think.
I think they are reducing already. I mean, there was a consensus conclusion or agreement was it yesterday?
What happened?
The Northern Elders, the elders came together. Like the likes of even Babangida was involved. So they came together and reduced the consensus movement between Saraki, Bala, and Tambawa. So they decided to go for Saraki and Bala. So
that's not reduction. I was thinking that.
Well, those are all northern candidates.
But then there are southerners too. There you have Wike, you have P2B, you have all those other candidates.
No, on that region now. Even the Tambawa is not giving us same, but that's nonsense. That's rubbish.
So their own is more complex. I
think at the end of the day, what will happen in PDP is that the Igbos will come together and present one person as in front. Going to that, of course, my brother from the creek, we can say that lie all the way. And I suspect his article that is behind him. Anyway, he said all the way, I'm not stepping down. Dele Momodu, who
forget that one. Let's talk about
he said the big chairs, go up. So it's at the end of the day, it's just going to be between Saraki and Wiki, and maybe one person that the South is will throw in, which maybe Peter will be, or it's just going to end up.
So first of all, you are saying that Atiku will give up.
Nah, give up.
So I'm just saying what you said between Saraki and that means
it's going to be between Saraki, Atiku, and one person from the side, and that's 4 now with the Wiki. That's but I don't see how Atiku will lose the ticket unless he say, okay, I don't want.
Okay.
But with the weight that he has, with everything that is going with that is becoming obvious now, who get money pass, I don't see him losing it. So the idea of PDP giving the ticket to the South, nobody did it. The East are not of that. They are not in the game from the one.
Okay. All right, hold up. Let's go to Sam. Sam is just joining us. Sam, can't see you very well. You don't have light. Are you in Nigeria? We permit you without light. If you are dark like this, you're in Nigeria. We're okay with that. We understand. Where are you, Sam?
I'm actually using generator. Thanks for having me, doctor.
Oh, you're in Nigeria. Okay,
Huh?
I like it. You're in Nigeria. Obviously, nobody uses generator unless they're in Nigeria. But
I'm in Nigeria. I'm Lagos, Nigeria.
Lagos, Nigeria. Okay, we like to talk to people in Nigeria because all these people abroad, after they eat burger, they keep talking anything.
Yes.
They don't know anything. Let's hear from you. You know.
Of course, now
So,
you know I'm from Nigeria. You can see.
so tell me what's going on. What's going on in Nigeria? What's going on? What are you hearing about this political season and the elections?
See, doctor, we shouldn't be talking political. We should be talking about what's affecting us here. You understand now? I will say there should not be election. You understand now? There should be a referendum. Let us knock these motherfuckers out.
We're live. Sam, we're live. There are some languages we can use.
Your French is too hard for us.
Yeah, Sam, there are some languages we can use.
Yeah. Know who we are. Let us see. Forget APC. All of them, they be thief. It's like we are wasting our time here. Huh?
I hear you, Sam. I hear you, but what we know that come next year there will be an election.
I'm sorry for that.
No, but Sam,
I'm sorry. See, my own point is that we don't need to be.
Yeah, you just don't have.
Sorry,
we can't hear you, Sam. Okay.
Can I come in?
The gang up against you. You are speaking ill of them.
I could not hear you.
Sam, we can come back. Maybe Pantani just turned off your camera.
If I may contribute on the PDP
side. Hold on, Sam. We'll come back to you.
Who will gang up against me?
Pantami probably turned off your audio and said this man is. All right, Sam, we'll come back to you. Okay, let's go to. Sam, hold on.
Now.
Dimeji.
All right. So on the PDP front, I think there are a lot of dynamics. So what Saraki was trying to do was trying to come up with a consensus candidate. Most of them that should come on the table and present a consensus candidate. First of all, the problem about saying that they should concede the position to the south, right? You know, it's actually divided the party that the candidate like they did for Obasanjo during the 1999 period, that they considered it to the south because of saying that, you know, the power should shift to the south. That has actually divided the party, and so now they've thrown it open. In terms of what the zonal committee came up with, they thrown it open. That's their recommendation that, well, because if they wanted them to do that one initially, they wouldn't have let people collect forms. They would have arranged that. They would have, you know, sealed that particular aspect. So, but now at this point in time, everybody's going to go to the polls, and most likely candidate that will come is LB is a very strong candidate because he's dealing with the issues, and Wike is a bully. Is bullying everyone that come. The APC cannot bully me. He's a bully. He's a bully. He will bully them. They cannot control him. So, and then those are the people. Wike will be coming from the south, or we will be coming from the southeast, and possibly, you know, Atiku will be coming from the north. You know, forget about the north central and the northwest. Or Atiku will probably be coming. So those are the three major candidates that will be slugging it out at the polls, because Atiku is stronger than Saraki and Tambua as well. So it is stronger than them, and he has the financial muscle to muzzle them. So it's going to boil down to all those people. If they are dealing about the issue, I think the strongest candidate that I see out there is Obi. And if they're talking about the money backs, definitely everybody knows it's the Atiku. But if they will now give him the chance, because there are still very strong opinion within the party that they don't want anybody from the north. They don't want to, despite the fact that they throw it open, they should still concede it consensually to the south. So those are just the permutation out there in PDP arena.
All right, Bolaji.
Looking at it, if I would say picking a candidate from PDP, I think a lot of Nigerians want Peter Obi, maybe because the way he expressed himself, the way he talked about our economy, and hopefully he'll be able to do something good when he gets there. But if you look at the party structure, just like the same thing we're saying about Oshibajo, this election is delegate election, and mostly it's controlled by influence that you already have, like partnership, so to speak, that you already have within the party, and the money that you want to spend. If you look at the last PDP primaries in Cross River, people didn't waste his time. Like, it was just like 6 months to the election. Like, started moving around, and on the day of election, you see the way money has been shared. So just go there, spend the money, buy the delegates. That's what PDP will do. And the person that has that war chest to actually go there to go and spend that money right now is Atiku. What Obi needs to do, if he's able to get the buy of like a Wike to support him, he's going to have a better chance. Other than that, I don't see Obi being able to go like that too far in this context. But looking at the one that came up yesterday, the consensus or whatever that came from the North, it's laughable. For me, you can put Saraki forward and win national election. It's not possible. They're just wasting their time. But I know if you look at their history, Babangida likes his dad. They're very close. So it's just like a payback. There was a time he was actually giving some comments about Saraki's lineage, and he was saying something good about them. But look at that primaries. PDP primaries, all about go there, just like the way you go to grocery to go and get your groceries in the store. So spend the money. This is a good time to be a delegate in Nigeria, because you go there, they're going to sponsor your trip there. They're going to pay you back, like all of those things. That's the reason why most of these delegates are going there, and they're not going to make any choice that's going to benefit the masses. They're just going to make decisions that's going to benefit them. And
okay. All right. Apology. Thank you so much. We have a delegate. He ran for office in Nigeria, and I think he's the delegate in this election. Dr. Chidi, welcome to the show.
I'm not feeling welcome.
Sorry, before you start, don't approach you as delegate.
No. Dr. Chidi ran for governor of Enugu State. Am I right, Chidi?
Yes, but I don't feel welcome in your midst right now.
Why? What's going on?
Dr. Chidi, which of the candidates don't approach you with that?
because we know that Sam is in Nigeria, but Sam has no light, so there's no chance that Sam is a delegate. So Dr. Chidi is possibly the only delegate here. Chidi, what are you hearing from your fellow people in delegate?
To tell you the truth, I looked at. Sorry about the time. I missed the time. I overshot by 1 hour. But then I looked at what you had posted. Your poster does not have my candidate there. So
yeah.
I want to understand why Omar not in your poster. And I'm going to. It's a protest I came to do.
Okay.
Don't worry. I'll give you a chance to answer. If you don't answer,
let me answer you. Let me answer him.
That's always protesting. You and your candidate. You guys are.
Chidi, let me answer you. I called Showore this morning. Okay. I wanted to make sure that he's not at the Aso Rock dinner with Aisha Buhari, and he didn't answer, which means they took his phone. So my reading was that they took his phone. So Dimeji called me, and I said, okay, Dimeji should know where Showore is, and Dimeji has no idea. So I did all I could. I thought that he's no longer a candidate, so we removed him from the list of.
No, that's the problem. You have taken bribe. That's why you remove. That's how they come and tell us. I don't trust you anymore. The only reason I'm hanging on here is that I see the international town crier.
That's cheesy. No. When you have the image, you don't need Showore. You know, you have
no.
Yeah, we're going to get to that.
That's the only thing that is sustaining me here.
We properly protest, so that one we need to bring back to this program.
That's a good protest.
So I'm already looking at you with one eye. I didn't open my two eyes. I'm expecting you.
I called him several times. I wanted to confirm that he wasn't there. Anyway, we'll get to that point because we are here Basically, someone said something, I think it was Bolaji, that we allow ourselves to let them set the agenda for us.
And also, is Adiola breastfeeding? Is that the reason why she's not joining?
Dimeji. Be careful. All right. So let's finish up with the PDP. Nick, did I get you to
No, yeah. I was trying to say something about the PDP. It's a little convoluted right now the way they are going with things. And if the PDP actually want to have a winning candidate, it's only one thing they need to do. They need to have P2B as the presidential chosen flag bearer for their party, and Tambo Wale as the vice president. If they want to have a winning candidate for this election. But if they vie off that and choose Atiku or whoever else, they will fail. They would have abandoned everything, and then Buhari's other manipulations will be in place, because I still see Wike. I don't take Wike seriously, because Wike wants to be the godfather of PDP. He's been saying that he's been financing PDP. So for that reason, we should throw a red carpet for him.
Okay.
And then
all right.
he can walk through over everybody else.
All right. Okay, Nick, thank you. We want to rush, give people like 1 minute for every question so that we can touch on other things. Dr. Chidi, so now that you finish your process, what is your take on PDP?
I didn't even start my protest. I've been sending text to Dimeji, so you'll see our protest very soon. We will surprise people. But let me tell you, I like what is going on. You see, it's going on according to plan. I will be surprised if it went the other way around. It's good if somebody is mumuing, and they are not surprising you, that they are just being themselves. You're happy, because I'll be surprised if they don't buy a little bit of sense. But since they are just continuing their mumu, it's very okay for us. It's playing out the way we want. Yes, they will always choose the thing for us. So, like PDP, they already shot themselves in the foot. So that's okay. There's no need for discussion. We know Peter Obi he tied a rope on his neck that there's no way out. He's running on the platform of credibility. And delegate is not where you speak English. You speak with Ghana Must Go.
Nick, Chidi, wait. He appeared somewhere. When he told them that it's not a time to share money anymore. I said, are you running for?
So we already know. It's like I don't understand. You're in Nigeria and you don't want to behave like. We already know Nigeria. We all know. All of us are good. We are professors in Nigeria matters. So delegate is not a place you speak English. You speak Ghana Must Go. And since Peter said he doesn't speak Ghana Must Go, there's no way he will make it there. And if he now decides overnight to speak the language of Ghana Must Go, he's already dead on arrival. So it's like the fly that is perched on your blockhouse. If you leave it there, trouble. If you hit it, trouble. So that's where he put himself, and we are very happy with it. So because that one, they just cancel each other out of the way. APC is already dead on arrival. So that's why you see us warming up, because even the people that are sleeping, by the time they don't wake up and realize that APC and PDP is the same thing now. So by the time they finish doing each other, all those chan gum gum and everything, then their eyes will now open. They say, who even they? Then they will now see our candidates, and then we will now begin to teach them.
So there's a secret candidate we have not seen.
No, the one that you refuse to put there. But it's okay.
We're going to get. He's actually going to be on the show sometime. We announce it. I announce it.
That's how we like to do it. All the dancing in the marketplace. The mechanic no let us know who be mad.
Let them dance in the rain.
Exactly. Say mechanic people don't let us know who be madman, but very soon we go know who be mechanic and who be madman. That time they come very soon.
Okay, hold on. Did I get opinion of everybody on PDP? There's something that I think it was Nick that said, if these people want to win, so I want to go around and get opinion of people. If APC, if they want to win, what do you think is the combination that they need to put out to win the presidency? I don't mean the primary now, because we here, we don't have anything to do with the primary. So other than the delegates, Dr. Chidi, but the rest of us, we have nothing to do with that. They will just decide. But what is your take?
Chidi is a delegate.
I know you have. Meanwhile, let's welcome Vin Maxwell. I don't know, Maxwell. Can you hear me? Tell us where you're joining us from, and then welcome to the show.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Dr. Damages, and good evening to all the people at the flap on this show. This is Maxwell Vine. I am from Accra, Ghana.
Oh, welcome to the show, Maxwell. It's nice to have you.
Vin, I need special greetings from you, Vin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bro. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so Vin, let me start with you now in terms of what we've been discussing. Now, we've had these people run their mouths. Let's hear you. What is your take on the political situation in Nigeria? Watching from Ghana, what are you hearing?
Thank you so much. I am not a new person when it comes to Nigerian politics. I was an active serving soldier under one mechanized infantry division, Kaduna. Wow. I served for 18 years. My mom is from Abia State, and my dad is from the northern part of Ghana here. Ovie knows me very well. We're in a different platform where we deliberate as well. You see, the politics of Nigeria is what I don't think if there is any other place in the world such thing is tenable or obtainable. The kind of democracy Nigerian practice is dangerous to the people of Nigeria and a bad example to the rest of the African continent. That is the only thing I will tell you. Over here in Ghana, we practice our own democracy in a different way. What I see going on in Nigeria is not democracy. That is pseudo. That is unitary system of government, democracy on paper. So that's what I see. For all this gymnastics that is going on, PDP, APC, and so on and so forth, is money talking. If you don't have money, you cannot do anything. You have nothing to contribute, as far as Nigerian politics is concerned. Dr. Damages.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's profound. It's not like we don't know that what we are doing in Nigeria it's not democracy, but that's all we have. I think for most of us, that's all we have, and it seems as if we're incapable of making a change. And this is something that surprises me. We are approaching 2023. We are not comfortable. Some people are not. Ola, for instance, where is Sam? Sam is still here. Sam is really interested in having a referendum and not any election. But we will go through this, and then another 4 years, we'll wake up again and know that it's time again to do this. And nobody changes anything. So it's unfortunate, but thank you so much for that opinion.
But after Babalola also wanted an interim
government. Okay, yeah. So this is exactly what we do every 4 years. We don't say it after the election. We don't start talking about what do we do to fix anything. It's only when we get to the new one, a new election coming up, then we start talking about interim government. So it's interesting.
That's sorry for my language, but that's a bull crap. when he was the personal lawyer to Obasanjo, when Obasanjo the power, the constitution changed, nobody the same.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good point. You see, when Dr. Chidi was running for governor of Anambra, Enugu State, he had no problem with the structure of the country.
No, I had.
But you thought that you could win and then change it.
No, that was. You see, the point is, we have to understand this, okay? And that's the mistake people make. Some people say, "Oh, why is Shore talking when we're saying revolution now?" I say, "But he's a politician." But you see, you have to understand the way Nigeria thinks. We in the Take It Back movement. We said we are tired of everything, and we started talking about taking back the country from all of these useless people. And we started we started doing the town hall meetings. We did town hall meetings all over the world. Ask my man here. We went everywhere. We crisscrossed the nation. All we kept hearing Nigerians saying is that you people in diaspora, you too talk, come back to Nigeria where it's happening. That is why we came to Nigeria. And when we came to Nigeria, when we want to talk, they say, you people are just talking. What is movement? What's taking back? Form a political party and see how difficult it is. Only few months to the election. In answer to the same thing that, first of all, they said, come back. I left this place, Dimeji, we all left our places. We went to Nigeria because of them to help. When we came, they said, you people are still talking like broad people. If you want to make any sense, join a political party. We tried to join some of them. We had to play by the rules. Even this Activism and all of people they came to us and tried to deceive us. Even the people that were tying something like Muslim people, special apologies. At the end of the day, when we discovered what they were doing, and we saw that we couldn't work with any of the existing political parties, few weeks to election, we formed the African Action Congress. Mark you, we didn't come as politicians. When we said, okay, now we have the political party, then what? They say you have to come and meet us. We started traveling the 36 states. We warned them of everything that is happening right now. But they took money and they voted for the people they voted. The ones that told them second level. They voted for them. They asked us, okay, you've come back to Nigeria. What we want is now money. That's when we drew the line. We said, we don't share money. So, okay, if you don't share money now, then we don't want the ideology. So we spoke our ideology and went and sat down. They took money and they voted the people they voted into. And what is happening now? Immediately it happened. We came back and we told them, okay, we talked. You say no talk. We joined political party. Now you have seen the people you voted for. Let them pay you your basic salary that they agreed to pay you. We did the revolution now. We said no. We told you before, but you didn't listen. But we are saying the same thing again. The reason why we are participating in politics right now is because if you do not stand where the discussion is happening, nobody will hear your voice.
Yes.
So at every particular, that's how reasonable, at every particular point in time, if we come now and say revolution now, nobody will say, waiting the revolution now. The only reason why they are talking about us is because Showore declared for presidency. That's why he's even part of the discussion. Yes. So when I was telling my people about what's happening in Enugu State, and they said, we don't understand what you're saying. When I declared for governorship, then they put me and the governor of the state in the same pedestal where he can talk and I can counter him. So that's why we do what we do. We don't trust the constitution. We don't trust the INEC. We don't trust anything. But because, unfortunately, the people in Nigeria, the only language they hear right now, that is the reason why we can even allow people in other climates, people like Tinubu should not be seen. People like Atiku should not be seen. But unfortunately, we're at a level where this is what we have. So it's not pride. It's because we want to also be with the people that we are. If we said, you know what, these people are too stupid, we're not even going to join in the election. They will say people are too proud. Oh, you think you know more than anybody. Why don't you just come and join and follow and talk? That's why we are following to talk. It's not that we don't know. Yes. We know.
All right. Chidi, thank you so much for that. Sam, where is Sam? I wanted to come back to Sam now because he's the one in Nigeria. I want to know what Sam. Sam, come back here, please. Okay, because it's very important. Yeah, Sam, we have you now. You had Chidi. I am really happy that Chidi came on today and explained this because I hear these same arguments being made about Showore and other people who make that decision to go home and be part of the process. Sam, why is it that you people collect money and vote for people that will do the thing for you?
Yes, tell us.
Sam, tell us.
Because you're in the dark.
But seriously, I mean, this is a serious conversation, you know, in terms of people voting against their own personal interest. How do we, I think I want to hear from people at home. How do we reach them? What is there's a disconnect, because what Chidi is saying is what everybody else here, we're all from somewhere outside the country of Nigeria. We understand that. We know this is the problem, but how do we reach people at home? Sam, can you help us? Show them the money. Okay, Sam cannot even hear us. Generator.
I would advise that Sam will turn off his camera so that it's going to be.
Can I respond to
yeah. Oh, anybody can go ahead. Go ahead.
Much respect. I mean, for you, that means you've been to the war front and know you see the color of bullets and grenade and all that, which is fair. But I think my criticism of Showore and the movement is, yes, take it back. It is not going to happen overnight. That's what I believe, and it has never happened before overnight. Now, going back to Nigeria and the people speaking pay us pen, and first of all, you need to ask yourself, do these people actually, I mean, with all respect to Nigerians everywhere, do we really understand the kind of politics we are playing? Just go back to answer Vin. The type of politics Nigerian playing is unique. No, it is not unique. It's the same politics that is being played in America. And before you counter that argument, you need to go back to how America started. America obtained their independence 1766, if I'm not mistaken. It took over 100 years for them to achieve one important thing that is still holding them strong today. That liberty and that autonomy that the individual states have. It took a civil war, which is 1859. Over 100 years later, which led to the Civil War, even though the whole motive was, slavery, economy was partially involved, but it takes that Civil War for the states to achieve their individual autonomy that they are enjoying today. What am I trying to say? And is it take another 100 years? Maybe 60 years ago today, before people actually have right to vote, women actually have right to speak. So now, I'm not saying it's going to take us that long, but it will take, for the system that we adopt, this time the democracy system we are playing, it will take the larger populace actually understand the system and their role. You understand? It will take that, because even in America, as we speak today, if you don't get back or you don't have the capacity to raise back, forget it. Forget it.
I have a question
now,
for you.
Coming in as an outsider. Trump, yes, is an outsider, but it takes inside movement, the national movement started by Breitbart and Mensa and Co. over a period of almost 10 years for a person like Trump to come in from outside, then for them to absorb him in and go straight to the election and win. So what am I trying to say? If we go back, we don't expect the people to just actually gravitate to what the ideology we are bringing like that. Now lie.
Okay. Okay. I will let Chidi to respond, but I wanted to correct something you said that is not right. Trump was not accepted. Trump got in. They thought it was a joke, and then he somehow made it.
No. I'm sorry. I was a college Republican. In North Dakota. That's it. You know, I mean, when you say North Dakota, you people in North New York will go say that is state. So no, Trump was just somebody who decided to be a voice to be the speaker of what the majority of Americans could not come out publicly and say.
Yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, you're right on that. But the party did not accept him. They didn't embrace him. They thought he was joking. He also thought it was a joke. That's what I'm saying.
It was not an ideal candidate. He was abusing everyone.
Okay. We are not.
Everything was premeditated.
Okay. All right.
But let's come back to in a way.
Let's go back. Trump will divide us.
No, but I won't say this division. I think that elite narrative that they are pushing onto us, even in Nigeria, we are not divided. It's just that the level of poverty is going down. Even here in America, I say they don't divide Democrat, but no, people are becoming poorer by the day. So now hunger, the easiest way the elite wants to challenge to hunger towards them, now to say, oh, now division, now Osama, now Yoruba man, now Igbo man, now all those kind of things. No, what? Not be the wicked, they go everywhere they campaign. Was in Medugri. All of them, they go everywhere. Anything happen to them? No. But now, we the poor Nigerians say, oh, and now these people, we are not divided. We are just poor and anger. And the easy, they just challenge that our anger to a source, which is, oh, they divided. No, these people are campaigning everywhere. Nothing they happen.
Ovi, I have a question for you.
Okay. Ovia, let's hear from Chidi, then we go on with
if you answer this question, it will help everybody, because you are at a point that is confusing even to us. Okay. Everything you just said, you said it and you countered yourself. And I keep wondering what your problem now is. You talk about, you started by the reason why, like, you don't agree with Shore and you talked about experience. And you talked about the kind of
experience. I'm not talking about experience.
No, you're saying that somebody like Shore, before he just expect that people.
No, I'm talking about a movement that it is not going to happen overnight. It will take time. The people have to actually gravitate
the same thing. No, the same thing you're saying is what I'm saying.
It's about experience, it's about timing. It's about how long you're on the street to actually put your message out. People know what. As I said, me.
Ovie, if you give me 1 sec, I will help you. You're just repeating the same thing you said before. So when you talked about experience and accepting Shore, I wonder if you. Sorry that we are focusing on Shore, but Shore represents. I think the funny thing is when you talk about the alternative, it's Shore, but the thing is, Shore is the ordinary person who is not a money bag, who, by the way, has experience all the way from his school days. So he was there fighting everybody from his school. Go and look at that picture where he's like Pengele like pencil. From his school days, no kind of any monetary backing. He represents the regular people, and yet that's not okay for you. Now, you say without money, you can't make it, but you can raise money. He has a connection. He raised money from GoFundMe, $1 to $2. You use Trump as an example. Trump came, as everybody's telling you, unexpectedly, not coming the regular way. That's what we did. And Take It Back movement. When we came, we cited to the people, we showed them exactly where they were. And you now said it is hunger. So the issue now, the question I'm asking you is this. You said it took 100. It took, how many years did it take to make an Apple phone? It took a long time. But how long does it take a Nigerian to get an Apple phone? If it comes out today, you can get it tomorrow. So that the politics of America or wherever, now we have a level playing field for everybody in the world. We know what is happening. So Nigeria doesn't have to go through how many deaths and how many wars to.
Yeah, Chidi.
Can I respond to that? Let me respond to that, baby.
So let me ask you a question, Ovie. So my question to you, Ovie, is knowing that people like Shore are the right alternative to Nigerians, and that's kind of what Dr. Damages has said. The larger population, we know that the candidates are not good. We know we are hungry and they are giving us money. But are you saying we should accept the money and still continue with them? But if you're saying no, because it sounds to me like you know that they know, and we know these people, and we know the right people. My question is to you, what do we need to do to go with the right people? Because according to you, everything is clear to everybody. When you say it's hunger, how do we get over that hunger that makes us make the right choice? Because it doesn't sound like you're saying we don't know. You're saying that we know. We know the people. We know the problem, but hunger. So how do we solve that hunger problem so that we can get to...
Okay, Chidi, thank you. I have new people that I have new people that joined, and I needed to there's need to introduce them and hear them. You know so let me introduce them, and then we can also hear from them. Basil, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Damages. I think you guys can hear me. Good afternoon, all.
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Welcome,
yes.
welcome. So we talked about a lot about the politics and what's going on in Nigeria. We just briefly, in 1 minute, can you tell us what you are seeing and what you think is the best option for the country today?
Yes, thank you for that question. My brother, I will tell you the how I know it, the way I can see it from my own prism. That is the way that it comes to me. The problem we have in Nigeria, and the problem that we will continue to have, is that the wrong people have a whole lot of money. Okay, and because they have a whole lot of money, and each time it comes to doing things of putting them to power or making something we call election, which is still selection in Nigeria. It has never come to election in Nigeria until those whole lot of money baggers are able to, one way or the other, give an opportunity, which I cannot see it coming anytime soon.
Okay.
Because, and that is my own area of I'm saying it. They have so much money, and the wrong people have this money, and they make it difficult for those who does not have money, who might have good intentions, the opportunity to come into the good governance in Nigeria.
All right, all right. Thank you. We have to be making sure that it's 1 minute so that we can get to everybody. Bolaji, I'm coming back to you, but first I think we got Sam back. Sam, we had some questions for you. We're talking about money in politics and the fact that people are home, even though they know that these candidates are not good, but because they are getting money from them, they are willing to sacrifice their own future in terms of progress by voting for people who get the money. What do you think is the right that?
Is that my question?
No, that's for
Mine
Sam.
is that
Sam, go ahead.
okay. What we actually do is try and change ourselves within ourselves. That is what I can say to all this. If you can change ourselves within ourselves, try and educate ourselves, try and let people know that if you keep collecting money from this politician, you're whiling away the future of your generations to come. And that's what we are facing right now.
Okay.
And I
All
know
right.
very soon everything will change. I know that.
Okay.
But we need to start talking to ourselves. We need to engage ourselves.
And I want to believe
On
that
local government level.
This is part of what we're doing here. We are the engagement we have here. So hopefully people are watching, and those that are watching will also learn something, just like we are learning. Bolaji, so you have to say something. Go ahead.
First, I would just want to put what I would like to say is this. I commend and really appreciate the effort of the Take It Back movement. They actually fight a cause. And somebody like Sowore, he has paid the price. He has been doing that on maybe for more than 20, 25 years now. Started from
3 years.
Yeah. But what I would like to advise is this. I think the movement needs to take advantage of media more. And I'll say this, if you go to the grassroots, maybe a lot of people actually know more about Shahara reporters than they know about like the name Sowore himself. Some of these, and it shouldn't be like a journey, like something that we need to start now. It should have been something like in the past 2 3 years, magnifying the weakness of this government and some of these political parties so that people will be able to see it and start like changing people's opinion or perception towards like what's the best alternative and how we can get out of this mess. And I'd like to say, if I may advise, the movement might need to like understudy like what is happening in South Africa, movement led by Malema. So we need to take advantage of this. See, going for presidency straightforward is going to be tough and challenging, and we might not be able to achieve it. But starting from State House of Assembly, National Assembly, all of these things are very. See the reason why I'm saying this. You can actually like change a lot of things from there. Not necessarily not that place only. See, saying that I want to take the presidency and the way we're doing it right now is going to be very, very challenging. We need to be sincere with ourselves.
Okay.
It's like we shouldn't be expecting like everybody say, "Oh, you're doing the right course, you get there." See, we need to hear the alternative voice that's telling us that we need to actually change our strategy and do things.
Well, thank you.
Sorry, can I respond now?
Yeah, okay. I saw Chidi was shaking his head because Bolaji said
Doctor, I want to ask something.
But let me
respond, I beg.
Wait, let me go to Vin.
Sorry, if I may clarify myself there, it doesn't have to be, I'm not necessarily saying Sowore needs to be a local government chairman or belongs to National Assembly. Let's look for credible candidates that can actually make sure that our governors, they are accountable. See, we look at the presidency too much.
Chidi went to be a governor. But let's hear from Maxwell. Wait. Okay, hold on. We hear Maxwell. Go ahead, please.
Good. Thank you, Dr. Damages. You see, I hate it when we come out in a platform like this and we begin to, equate ourselves with Americas and most of these developed nations. They've come a long way. We should be talking about, laying emphasis on the countries around Nigeria. Nigeria is a super country when you talk of, when you bring it to Africa. What are they doing? They're just lying low there, in Hulu. That is what they are doing in Nigeria. I will speak on, from the, point of view of Ghana. When did Ghana return to
Nigeria to America?
Democracy?
Nigeria to Ghana.
I'm coming, bro. When did Ghana return to democracy? That was 2000, year 2000. And the democracy that we are practicing in Ghana here has survived through 2000 till today as we speak. To the extent, if these criminals that have looted your money come back to you to give you some gift in order to vote for them, we reject it. Can it happen in Nigeria that civilians are rejecting gifts from politicians? It can never happen in Nigeria. Like Sowore, I love what Sowore is doing. And I am in total support, of him. Okay? Now, if peradventure Sowore happens to become the president of Nigeria, on what foundation is he going to operate on? Is it not the same 1999 constitution that I was among the people because I was wearing khaki that time, that gave you that 1999 constitution that tilted it to suit a particular set of people and a particular region?
Is it that?
Constructing a very serious imbalance, starting from the National Assembly and so on and so forth. On what background, on what foundation will Sowore have the strength and the political will to change the existing foundation that they are using now? Because if he tries it, unless he has the majority in National Assembly, if not, they will impeach him. Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
so that's what I was saying.
Maxwell. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, now, Ovie, go ahead. See how Maxwell was very brave and did it, put it together that way.
At least after Ovie, I will tell you why I was shaking my head.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I come to you, Maxwell. Vin. Mr. Chinedu, you are not getting my point, but let me put it this way. I'm a realist. Whether you like it or not, when it comes to that level, that power does it have? You don't care who you be, where you are coming from. No, it's beyond that. Not competition. That's why they put this in a way now. Vote about competition between who is Sowore compete with now. It's competing with the elite to gain the trust or the majority vote of Nigerians. Now come to reality today as it stands. Tell me how many percentage of Nigerians, when you go put Sowore name and 1,000 naira hand to hand, which one they go pick? In reality. But that is what it boiled down to. This elite constantly, they spend billions. How do we make sure we keep manipulating the majority of the masses? That is the game of politicians. Good or bad, people are dying, but that is part of the game too. It's a matter of life and death. So if you just come, or even it doesn't matter in 100 they do and they come, you know the word people where you are, the word that you are going into. That's nothing to do with the masses.
All right.
That's what I'm so going. I mean, you've gone to the world, you see them. So Nadia, I'm not talking about show no go expect, no go expect. Yes, you are bringing a new narrative. So people who are on that cage for almost 50 years, you are bringing a new narrative. Let me see, maybe new narrative, you know, they lost in secondary school days. But if you go to a place called Domboa today in Borno State, read that same message. We do understand what you are saying. Now the voters be that. If you go to the interior place, you know, so we don't understand that. No, I'm not saying they will not get it. That's why I'm saying it will take time. I keep referring to America because now the same political system with the practice now when they go after now common cop is the same thing. If you go back to how they started democracy, that's the same thing where would they do so than they do. I'm not saying it should take us that long. Now it not depend. The question you asked me, how do we change it? It depends on how much are we ready to invest to change the psychic of average Nigerian to be politically conscious. Yes.
All right. Okay, you have to stop. I have new people joining us. I have Williams. I will come to you next, but let me get Chidi to respond to it.
Ovie, with due respect, you are my problem. You and my brother, the with the glasses, with the purple reflecting glasses. Two of you are my problem. The reason why the reason why two of you are my problem is this: like when we are going into battle, two of you are there discouraging us. I don't know what else you want us to do.
You're wrong. Nobody discouraged you.
No, you need to let me talk. I'm the one talking now. So listen, you say the people until a time when the people you analyze everything. Are you saying we shouldn't try? If you're saying we shouldn't, then we're wasting our time here. Dr. Damages brought us together because we have to fight. You don't look at a battle and you just say you are not going to. So I don't know. We are there fighting. You're saying we should not even fight at all. Then why are we even talking at all? Why? You know that these people stole our billions. You know that people are dying. You know they are killing people. We even brave people like Showore is right there. He has been shot out. They've broken his. When I was running for governorship, I know all the dangers I was going into, but I had to do it. That's why we can make reference to all of those things. In the America you're talking about, all the people that they fought. Did you hear? Fought. They fought for this freedom. And now when people out of nothing, did you hear during the Biafran War, some people carried ordinary stick, but they were motivated. It's not that they didn't know that their enemy had ammunition and their war chest. So in this generation, when we know that there are people who have stolen the drugs out of the hospital, and that's why our children are dying, who stole the money for building the bridges and the roads, and that's why accidents are happening and people are dying, who stole the money for the Nigerian military, and that's why the Boko Haram is killing people up and down. We know that these people are there, and we are doing our level best, and you just come and tell us that we should not do anything.
Thank you, Doctor. Let me come in now. If Dr. Damage,
okay, hold on, Dimeji, hold on. Okay, let's introduce somebody that joined us, and it's not fair to him. He's been here. I don't know if he's paying for internet like some people in Nigeria. Williams, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if you can hear me. Actually, I'm speaking from Norway, the Kingdom of Norway.
Oh, okay, Norway. Good.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And I've been in Norway for quite a long time. I'm a doctor in Norway. I mean, just for the sake of an introduction, actually.
Yeah.
And I've been following the situation in Nigeria for quite a couple of years, actually. And one of the, I actually recognize and appreciate the battle of Showore and the team and every other one. But my question over the years is that all these young aspirants, why can't they come together and merge as one? That is one. And two, I don't think Nigeria can ever be translated so suddenly into what it is now, into a developed nation that we all aspire it to be, even if Showore were to be there. And I keep on like wondering often that we speak too much online, but little is being done on ground. So all the sides actually like are making good sense. I mean, we have to fight and keep on fighting and keep on fighting until something is done. For example, I was speaking with some of my friends in Nigeria, they which were like professors and then lecturers in the university. Some were like saying that, I mean, I just bring up the issue of Shawari to them. And some of them said the guy is not serious. Some say the guy is too arrogant. I mean, I could see a kind of misunderstanding, even among people of my age, even among the young ones that are within the country. And oftentimes when I go through or listen to Shawari through YouTube or some other stuff, yeah, I saw the fighting spirit in the guy. I saw him doing quite, wanting to do something, I mean, spectacular in the country. But it's as if there is a kind of dissociation between him and several other young people in the country. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really making good sense, but it's just my observation.
Thank you so much for that point. We are going to bring Shore on a show that I'm involved in the next few weeks. So we will probably play the questions you raised and play it, and let's get an answer from him. Well, thank you. We appreciate that. We are going to. There are a lot of people who are here. It's unfortunate what I'm doing. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. So yes. So as you might know, full disclosure, myself and Dr. Chiji are a strong associate of Shore, and just to put it out there. So I don't want to be too biased by my opinion, but I'll tell you this: I've heard of what you guys have said, but Shore's contention into these presidential races is a protest bid. I will tell you this, because if you don't join the system, you can't change the system. And that's one of the fundamental things that he said. I'll tell you, the holistic view of Shore about Nigeria is it's not about presidency right now. It's not about being the president of Nigeria. It's about the holistic change, about revolution, like you write, there's revolution, the systemic revolution, whereby everybody, we all sit down in a place whereby we agree, first of all, in one of our in his what's it called, in his manifesto, we have restructuring. Restructuring meaning that we need to go back to the basis of our reconstructing our constitution, rebranding it. He is the first person that advocated that the constitution is a fraud, that our constitution was laid down by the military to us. Nobody participated except a few others that the military handpicked and said, oh yeah, go and sit in the room and just write the constitution for us. How many people participated in it? So because I sit down with him, it's fundamental. It's okay, all right. The first thing that we can even do with all these national conferences that they've done, they've done multiple of them. Why can't they augment it and pick out a document, a fundamental document that we can run our basis? Because being anybody that comes to become Nigerian president cannot solve our problem, because the problem persists. The same system, we cannot do things the same way and expect different results. So if what Shore is doing currently is that it's participating in the system, so that if by chance he gets the chance to become the Nigerian president, he will go back to the basis of, guys, please, let's sit down. Because Buhari has the chance now by calling everybody. So the system that we are running is not working. How can we fix the system? Let's all sit down. Let's just brainstorm. How can we fix our problem? Otherwise, we'll keep running the same cycle. We'll do things the same way, and we'll get the same result. We can't get the different result. So, Shore ideology, because someone mentioned that, what is he running? What is the leg that he's running now, even if he becomes the president? The leg he's running now is that he wants to fix the system. He wants to change it, because many of our problems is systemic. It's not the people. It is systemic problem. Even if somebody is doing well somewhere, as a president, a lot of people are doing multiple other things that are corrupt, that your eyes could not see. So it's a system. If we don't face the system, we don't break down our political system, our physical system, our economic system into multiple bits in terms of statewide or regional wise, we cannot move forward in that country. So that, because we have to move government closer to the people at the level of local government. So these are just my contribution. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We have less than 16 minutes left, and there are a lot of people waiting in the studio to come in, and I can't let them in. So let me go around and see. Just 30 seconds. Everybody, what's keeping you up at night when you think about Nigeria? So let me start with you, Maxwell. I'll go that way.
Thank you so much, Dr. Damages. What keeps me awake? I can't sleep. I can't, even if I eat, it doesn't enter into my body system because my mothers, my uncles and aunties, cousins, nephews, and all the rest of them are there in Abia State. Okay? I think every now and then about their safety is insecurity. Insecurity. I was there. I fought in Liberia. I fought in Sierra Leone. I fought in Somalia and Rwanda and the rest of the last war I fought, among all the asymmetric wars, the last war I fought was conventional warfare. That is where I stayed in Abana, Okopedi area or Atabong area, Bakassi, against the Cameroonians. I spent almost 2 years, 2 months on the surface of that Gulf of Guinea, fighting over there. What makes Nigerian soldiers at this time not to secure? Do the same thing they did in Liberia. I was in Liberia for 3 years, 8 months. I never came back on pass. I fought in those places and helped those people to restore, democracy over there. I was also in Sierra Leone. Why is it that Nigerian government cannot secure the land? Why do they allow? Why are they staying hands, allowing innocent people to die? Look, let me tell you, Dr. Damages, the innocent blood that has been wasted in that country will never allow that country to prosper unless something is changed drastically. That's my point, sir. Let them see what is going on in Ghana here. The insecurity that they tried to bring in Ghana here was curtailed by the president of this country, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He did marvelously in Ghana here to send these people away. So they were killing, ravaging.
Maxwell, it's not every day that we have someone like you with your experience in the military on the show. Let me ask you, what is going on? Why is it that the military, I hear from former officers, they all complain. They say, this is not the military we're part of. What happened? What changed? Why is it not functioning well now?
My brother, this same army that you see there, that is, you see, when they what accoutrement do they have to fight with? That's what, when you are preparing to fight a war, that's what we call FSMO, full-scale marching order. Then you have your instructions and you are put on alert to move, to go and, quell anything, any insurgency anywhere. What are the equipments? What information or intelligence are they getting on the ground? Before I set off in Liberia, I was addressed and I was adequately kitted to go and fight those places. They don't count bullets for you when you are in such operations. You do what you're supposed to do and very decisively. You don't look at anybody's face as long as that person is in front of you. The place we consider red zone. Anybody that is found on that red zone is considered as an enemy unless that person is bearing white flag or white handkerchief or his or her hands raised up, which means surrendering. And maybe the Geneva Convention, applies to that person. You have to apply Geneva Convention on that particular person. What I am telling you now is this: there is staying hands. These people, the powers that be are colluding with these people. The soldiers on the ground are not getting what they're supposed to get. They're not getting enough intelligence. Otherwise, there are moles also in that system. It has been infiltrated. That is why it is not efficient in their discharge of duties. What we did in Liberia, if it is repeated in Nigeria, who are these people? I fought asymmetric warfare. What is going on in Nigeria is asymmetric. It's not conventional. So something must be done. The government must be proactive. They must come out to tell Nigerians the reason why they cannot defeat these people. Who are they that they cannot defeat? Who are they? And the more you allow them to grow, the more they get confidence and acquire equipments to cause a lot of damages on the government. And you will see it happening if this thing continues like this. I'm worried that my people are being killed in the war front. You just train them, you give them, some of them, you don't even give them, ammunition to go and fight. They just go there. Or when they are going to, information is leaked and they are ambushed on the way and most of them are dead. They are my colleagues. They are my colleagues. The civilians also that are, that are caught up in this mess. I also feel for them. Nigeria must do something. Nigerian government must do what my government did in Ghana here. To push these people away, push them away. Nigeria is too big to allow, ragtag, stupid people to take Nigeria on this kind of siege. Thank you, Dr. Damages.
Thank you so much.
I quick want to ask you.
Hold on.
I want to ask him a question.
No, wait.
I thought it's my turn.
Let me say something, Vin. Vin, we are going to have a special episode of a show where we talk about security. We'll be honored to have you join us so we can get to the bottom of some of these things, because most of our people don't understand why the Nigerian army has just been reduced to this. Thank you so much for your contribution. All right, Dimeji, you can ask him a question.
No, I just want to ask him that are the generals making money out of all these things? Because they've spent so much amount of money in keeping all these people, in providing all the necessary resources, but still we haven't gotten a result. My point is, are these generals, the leaders, are they making money out? Are they making us out of all this process? That's my question. Thank you.
I will, this question is very, very, tricky. I will tell you that the National Assembly are mandated by law to carry out oversight functions on these government institutions. Why are they not doing it? Are they also compromised? If they cannot do it, then it means that the same thing that is happening up there is also happening in the National Assembly. I heard so many of them speak in the National Assembly concerning the insecurity and what the government is doing or what the government is not doing. The point remains, what are they doing? Have you called these security chiefs and asked them one-on-one and let them tell you, pour their hearts out for you so that you will know what is going on? Why are this silence? Why are this silent? Total silence. There is total silence in that system. And this is what the National Assembly must look into. Some people are taking advantage of it. When you look, I think we still have the 2-point-something billion that Suki get. Money meant to purchase weapons for the soldiers, and it was given. Some were given to teach, to preachers, reverend, whatever, to pray so that insecurity will go away from Nigeria. What kind of control is that?
All right, thank you.
Will Nigeria reduce to such level?
Vince, thank you so much. We are going to really have a special show on this, and we'll have opportunity to discuss it. Williams, you wanted to say something. Are you asking a question to him or what?
Not really a question, because I'm not a military man actually, so I'm not so good in that area.
Okay.
I just want to make this probably the last contribution before I go, because you asked what keeps a man awake at this time of the day.
Yeah.
About Nigeria. This just got me thinking in the recent Ukrainian war. I mean, Ukraine within Russia, and then we got quite a number of Nigerians in Ukraine. I mean, in their thousands. And then I asked myself, in Ukraine, a medical student pays at least $3,000 per year. And I asked myself that if we leave this money in our country, Nigeria will be developed economically. If this money is being paid to our institution, I mean, there are thousands of Nigerians in Ukraine, thousands of Nigerians in the UK, thousands of Nigerians in the US. I'm not saying anybody should not go and study abroad. But several of this money, if we invest it into our system, Nigeria would have gone better than what we have today.
All right.
So, and sorry?
Go ahead. I wanted to say you round up so that we can get we have a few minutes left, less than 7. Go ahead.
Okay. And the other part is that I, as a person, as a doctor living abroad, I want to go back to Nigeria to serve my people. That is my utmost job. I want to work in my country because I'm tired of working for people that keep on seeing me, that keep on asking me, where am I from? despite the fact that I can speak your language, I'm doing almost everything the way your people could do it. Your knowledge is not better than mine. And when I introduce myself, they will ask me, where are you from originally?
Do they say, when are you going back? Do they ask you, when are you going back? When I was in the UK, they also say, when are you going back?
No, they don't go into that. I mean, no way it's a liberal state. Nobody should, if anybody should show racism to you, you can sue the person to court. It's a liberal word.
It's a Scandinavian country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a liberal word. It's a very free word. Nobody can humiliate me openly. I have the right to take the person to the court. So, but what I'm trying to say is that they will still ask me, where am I from originally? So each time I got such question, I feel within my mind, if I were to be on the street of Lagos, nobody will dare ask me, where am I from originally? I mean, I want to serve my people. I want to use my knowledge to serve my people. But the problem is that even if I go home today, I will be stressed out of my life. And I will be frustrated to go back to where I'm coming from because the system is corrupt. Finally, I would like to say Nigerian problem is multifaceted. I mean, multifaceted. Let's think about it as a very wide thing that we have to think on several aspects and several areas. And I hope that many people from different specialists, from military and others, will be able to stand up and give their, opinion and contribution, even to the development of the country. Nigeria is a great nation, and I wish it get better. People like I and some others, we wish to get back home to live peacefully in our country.
Thank you, Williams. Williams, thank you so much for joining us.
Can I make a contribution?
Yeah, Basil, sorry. So let me just say this: we have less than 4 minutes, so please, everybody, 30 seconds, so that we can get through this. Everybody, give everybody a chance. Go ahead.
I will answer my brother from the military angle of questions. He put a poster to us, said, what is going on? When he was in the army, he had people tell him what to do, and the command is given to them to go and execute and get the job done. Our failure is we are having a government that is protecting the people who are actually vandalizing, banditry, and as a matter of fact, looting the ports of Nigeria. So we have a government just thinking, this is my turn to grab. This is my turn to protect my own people. That is one. My other brother who said the medical doctor, you can see why when we go to online, when we go telling our people that we are feeling the hurt that is going on in our country. They ask us, come and live here with us. You are spoiling our country from overseas. They don't know that we need the country more than they need it. Okay? The heart, our desire, our burning desire in our heart is to make Nigeria better. Not necessarily telling them that they have a kind of motivation that don't mind them. They want to, they are online, they are trying to kill you, let you. There is nothing like that. We are desiring to come back home, and our people don't want to recognize that single fact, thinking that we don't know exactly what they are going through. But they have not decided to stop what they are going through.
All right.
That's the two people I wanted to answer.
Thank you so much, Basil. We appreciate that. Sam, what's keeping you up at night? Sam, can you hear us? Sam is the only one in Nigeria. Okay, I think you are muted. Sam, go ahead. Sam, can you hear us? All right, we'll come back to him if Ovie, what's keeping you up at night?
What is keeping you up at night? The fact that Nigerians invest more in churches, in religion than politics. You know, we seems to forget that the street definition of politics, that politics determine who suffers and who enjoys. Even that church that we go to every day, without the right policy, we know if we go out. All of us are scattered outside Nigeria today is because of those policies from these politicians. But rather, we worship our religious leader, religious processes, and don't care about the politicians and the politics there now. So a few people come together and just take advantage of all of us. So back to the military area and what we are today, people die just so we have opportunity to get involved in the affairs of our lives on daily basis. People die for that process. But after we not achieve it, we don't care. We say it's evil. They made us believe that it's evil. And every Nigerian man prefers to spend his whole time praying and hoping. The person that will convey that your prayer from you to God, not politician. Because the Boko Haram strike was due to the failure of the policy. And this policy are not out of incompetence. These people, nobody say they don't know what they do. You know, when I hear Vince speak, I laugh. These people know what they are doing. They are doing it deliberately. Somebody say, "Why I go say people die is part of the game." Anybody that dies, somebody is making money out of it because my process killing that Boko Haram weapon where they say there is money to be made. People are making this money in our society. So that's why you talk before you come say you want to dislodge them. Know that it's a battle. The premier, people like me and you, either we don't get investment or now only our life. The fact that we are Nigerians, now be the only thing we join us in Nigeria. There are people who invested billions of dollars in that space. So if me and you will not get anything like that, we in that street, what do you think a man that has billions of investment will do to protect that?
Okay, thank you.
So
30 seconds is gone now. But
if we can dedicate 10% of our religious time to just pay attention to politics, you know, will take us forever to get the nation that we want. So it's all on us.
That's a good point. Okay, that's a good point. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Dr. Chidi, don't tell me you sleep well at night. What's keeping you up at night?
I sleep. Oh, I sleep. Why will I not sleep? I do what I have to do, but trouble not they finish, my brother. So time has passed when I will keep awake and not sleep because of Nigerian matter. Because if you're not careful, you go follow the matter go, and people still continue doing what they're doing. So I sleep, but I'm concerned when I'm sleeping, and my concern is I worry or I keep looking forward to when will my people be able to have the Biafra that they want? When will my people be able to have the Duduwa Republic that they want? When will my people be able to have the Arewa Republic, the Nupe, the South, the Jaw, your everything? Because I know that is what it should be. Our structure, our system is broken. A bunch of people came together and decided for us what we have today. They put the boundaries and everything for us. So I'm worried and concerned and looking forward to where we can come back. We can have a reset. When we have that reset, then we'll be able to write a constitution that will have provisions for people to be able to sit down and say, look, I am a Kanuri person. I don't want anything to do with an Igbo man. Or I'm going to have something to do with an Igbo man. Under this agreement, then they will sit down, they will sign contracts, and they will shake hands, and that will be binding. That's what I'm looking forward to. And that is what this whole thing is all about. Until we can come to a point, until we can find somebody who is responsible enough to look at that constitution and shred it and be able to oversee a new constitution that guarantees a referendum where people can even have the right to say what they want or not. If they want to be in Nigeria, it will be a consensus. If they want to change the name of Nigeria, it will be we the people. That is what keeps me worried at night. But after that, I sleep.
All right. Thank you so much, Bolaji.
For me, just two things. Insecurity and poverty in the land. Insecurity, I have my family members in Nigeria. So time I get worried about them. If any one of them is struggling, even just between Oyo State and Lagos State, I have to be like, I see myself getting worried, like, hey, are you there? I hope no problem, all of that. So I wish Nigeria is a country where people can move around easily without fear of being kidnapped or being robbed. So that get me worried. Besides that one, the poverty now is so much. You wake up in the morning, you see tons of messages, people soliciting for money. That bothers me a lot. And going back to like what Dr. Chidi said, I'm not actually against you guys. I'm just saying how we can do it better. So I wish we have another opportunity to discuss that. I'm
All right.
here. There's a possibility of me voting in the next election because I have my views. I'm not like somebody that's just commenting alone. If I see a good candidate and if I have the opportunity, I'll go back to Nigeria to go and vote. So,
All right. Thank you so much. Dimeji, you were the first to join.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you
Yes.
so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Dr.
What's-
Damages,
yeah.
Mr. Ogo. What is keeping me awake at night is that is the system. Is that we know the problem, we know all our problems, and we know the solution. But the courage to fix the problems is what is keeping me up at night. All this insecurity, all the corruption, all the things that we've said, it boils down to one thing: is unemployment. If you have jobs, you will not be poor. If you have job, you will not be involved in violence or insecurity or committing any crime. So these are the fundamentals of what is going on. So, and I think that overall, what we need to do in terms of Nigeria and fixing Nigeria is about resetting. Many people have echoed the same thing that I'm trying to echo. It's about resetting the system. It's about coming together. And my own approach is that we already have all this document on ground, all these national conferences. They've done multiple of them. Let them bring together. And from there, they can extrapolate a constitution because we all have to have a common goals.
All right. I think your phone is muted now.
Yeah. So can you hear me now?
Okay, go ahead.
So I think what is keeping me up, like I said, is that Nigeria, we knows all our problems and we know the solution, but the courage to fix this is our problem. And our people are, like I always say, the problem is the people are the problem and the solution is the government. And when the people, when the government now did not provide the solution to the problem, they become the problem. And that's what we have right now. Thank you.
All right. I think I got everybody. Oh, Sam, are you still there? Okay. Sam, we don't know. Sam, I'm so sorry. But thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. It's been over 2 hours, and I really appreciate all your contribution. Dimeji, Bolaji, Dr. Chidi, Ovie, Williams, Sam, Basil, Vin, and I mean some other people that are not here anymore. Thank you so much. We are going to come back again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. New York time to talk about what happens to us who are outside of Africa, Nigerians outside Nigeria or Africans outside of Africa. And then today at 11, we talk about politics in Nigeria. So I appreciate everybody and your time, and stay safe, and see you next week.
Dr. Damage, before you go, I'd just like to thank you and thank all our fans too. I've been down with COVID and I've been off air.
Oh, I didn't know.
I just recovered. That's so a lot of people thought they had.
Get well soon, doctor.
Yes, a lot of people thought
we are going to take
Boko
back
Haram.
our country. Don't worry.
They thought Boko Haram had killed me.
We cannot continue like this.
I had no idea. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you? All right.
But I'm okay now. All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. William, thank you so much for joining us. And hopefully next time you have chance, we want to hear one of the conversations we're going to have is about going back home to contribute. What do you need to go back home? And because your services is needed, like the services of most of our people, what is the condition, the environment? We talk about that probably on Wednesday, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, thank you and stay safe. See you.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you for the hosting.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you encourage poultry, if you decide to give one child an egg per day in school, from primary 1 to 6, or what is primary now? So you do that.
Hold on, okay.
Can you honestly, truly say to yourself that our country has changed for the better? Are our children safe when they go to school? Are our parents safe when we leave them at home? Is the naira in your bank account of greater value today than it was 4 years ago? I am Muhammad Buhari. I am urging you to have your PVC, and on election day, you go peacefully and vote and make sure your vote count. Thank you very much.